welcome to my podcast. My name is Mohammed. A lot of people call me Mo, so whichever you choose to call me, it's fine. This is the first time I'm doing something like this. It's one of those ideas, I've had in a while to create videos, to create podcasts, just to create something that puts me out there or that just makes me able to communicate all that is going on inside my head. And I kept pushing it because I kept putting it inside, probably because I was a little bit anxious. I'm actually anxious right now because I'm stepping into uncharted waters, and I don't know how this will be received, but at the end of the day, I cannot restrict myself because I don't know how I will come up, so I just gotta do what I gotta do. I don't have to be perfect to start, I just have to start. So we are starting. The name of this podcast will be called Mohcurious from Mohammed, obviously, and then the planet Mercury, because we are taking a deep dive into my journey, my life, my mind, my interest, basically any and everything that comes to my mind. We're going out of space, out of earth entirely, so we're going to Mercury, yeah? And it can also be called Mohcurious, from Mo and curiosity. So one basic knowledge about me is that I'm a very, very curious person. I like to ask questions, I like to listen to people talk, I like to argue constructively, not just type of argument. I like argument that enhances my knowledge and gives me perspectives on different things, on different interests and all of that. So I'm a very, very curious person. I like to reason a lot. I like to form my own thoughts. So we can also call this podcast More Curious. So I haven't settled for what we're going to call it yet, but this is just day one, so we have time to come back to all of that. I have something like an outline here, to guide me so that I don't use a lot of filler words. I don't have a particular niche yet, so we're going to be talking about a lot of my interests. We're going to be talking about a lot of happiness that's around the world in our community. We're going to be talking about things that interest me, ranging from sports, education, history, did you know facts, politics, religion, romance, movies, music, spiritual life, religion. We're going to be doing a whole lot of talking on this podcast. So this is more like a talk show. So anyways, today I want to talk about the need or the essence to make it. Yes, the need or the essence, the importance of making it. As someone that thrives off being sufficient and I'm coming through for my loved ones, because I love when those around me are good, and I love not being a burden on others. So as that kind of person, I think it's very, very important to develop to a point where I don't be a burden to people and I'm able to contribute significantly to those around me, and people like me that feel or think this way or that this way, they understand that they understand the pressure that comes from within, in trying to become something so that you can feel good about yourself and then you can be of great assistance to your family, your loved ones, your spouse, basically your environment, your nearest environment. So, for people like me, who come from a certain kind of place, family, especially when you're the first child of the family, there's this expectation on your life, there's this burden of expectation on your life. There's a popular podcast I usually listen to on TikTok. It's called The African Man by Mr. Fowobi. Respect to Mr. Fowobi, he talks about a lot of real things in that podcast. Talks about how, as a man, there is a burden of performance, a burden of expectation that is placed on you since you were born. And when I think about it, that is true. When you are born into this world, in fact, before we then say, when you are created as a human being, there is a burden of expectation that the divine creator has placed on you. Yes, the expectation that when you get to this world, you are going to worship your Lord. You are going to worship your creator. So even before you were born, when you were just created, like you have not even formed, it's just your soul that exists in God knows where, there's already an expectation in your life that will come to be that when you go to the world, you would serve your Lord. So that expectation, that's a divine expectation. And when we are now born into the world, when we are born to our parents, born to human beings, then there's this expectation that we should become something in life. I mean, when a child is born, the prayer goes like, God, please let this child amount to something. Let this child do this. Let this child be successful. There's this Yoruba prayer, Omoiko Sonjo. That is, I don't know the literal translation, but it's like, it should be useful in the future, like it should maybe repay the investment that is being made in him. I don't know the particular literal translation of that, but I don't know if you try to understand what I'm trying to say. So like that expectation is already on you, even as an infant. So there's already that burden of like you have to amount to something. So growing up, becoming something and all of that, it's a natural inclination. It's a natural inclination that's inside of all of us. It doesn't just even come from the external. Internally, there's a pressure to amount to something in life. I was having a conversation with a colleague the other day where we were talking about where we are, our journey, just talking about life in general. Then he said that there's this uneasiness he feels inside of him whenever I think about where he is, and what he could be. I told him that, yes, why you feel that way is because you are way capable of what you currently are. We are all capable of more than what we currently are. And that uneasiness you feel, that is even an internal pressure. It doesn't have anything to do with the world. Yes, there is an external pressure. I mean, like I see my age mates driving cars, settling down, building houses, doing all kind of them, balling and all of that. I mean, this might be baller for my own rights. Normal, you understand? But I don't want to be civil servant type of baller. There's this popular guy, Serki Mota, where whenever he wants to advertise his cars, he always starts with my brother. Civil servant of fear for this type of motor. I want afford motor. I beg. So that is even an external pressure. So that's an external pressure, yeah, of course, that you see things around and all of that. You want to become, you want to amount to something, you want to do this, you want to have this status. We are humans. That is in our nature and all of that. But aside from that, the internal need to amount to something, that burden of expectation that is placed on our life, it's what drives us, and it's why we should not negotiate with our destiny. That uneasiness that inside of you is you telling you that you can do more than what you currently are. You can do more. Don't settle. Don't negotiate with your destiny. Don't negotiate with your capacity, with your capabilities. If you feel you can do it, if you think you can do it, then you can actually do it. So this message is a message to myself and those that feel this way as well, because I know I'm not the only person that feels this way, especially as a young man coming up in the world. We have this thing running through our head a lot of the time, so we should not negotiate with our destiny. We have to make it. We should put our effort, do the things that we need to do the things that we say we are going to do. Like, we just don't get to doing, but when we get to doing, we do it. The problem is getting to do it, that block, that leap, that step. So, me and those that feel this way, we should put extra effort, We have to make it. This is the essence to make it. It's not going to satisfy the world or satisfy ego and all of that. It's even to have internal peace inside of you. When you make it, you have this internal safety inside of you. I mean, it's just like when you have money in your account. See, you have like 500 billion in your account now, and like your guy just ring you, okay, Alpha, can you come through for me? Or mom hit you up, or your siblings hit you up, and all of that. Like, sure, yeah, I can. And when you do that, you feel some sense of, I come true, I show love. That is the reason. That is part of the reason why we have to make it. I mean, we cannot afford to play. Not anymore. We cannot afford to learn the hard way. We've been learning all this while, but we cannot continue to afford to learn the hard way because, look at you. According to the house article, there is no time. There is no time at all. So let us get up to doing those things that we say we were going to do. So thank you all for listening to this little I had to say today. And like I said, this is the beginning of this journey. We are going to be talking about a whole lot of things. So today we talked about the need or the essence to make it. So I don't know what we are going to talk about tomorrow, but inshallah, definitely by the special grace of God, I'm going to see you or you're going to hear me tomorrow. Thank you. Peace out.